What's poppin', y'all? Oh my goodness, not ISIS. And we're not talking about the organization. We're talking specifically about the rapper Ice Spice because she was attacked in a McDonald's just trying to have a meal.
Gas? Girl. What? Ready for what? Take gas. You take gas? That's what you do, you take gas? Yeah. So go take gas. So you from Cali? So go take gas. So you from Cali? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? No, I'm from Chiraq. Where you from? Oh, you're from Chiraq. Yeah. So where you from? So where you from? I'm from McDonald's. I got you. No, I'm from Wade.
Wait, calm down, calm down.
Let me fight her.
Calm down, calm down.
On your mama. Let me fight her. Let me fight a Why would you want to fight me? Are you a bitch?
Calm down.
You want to fight a bitch? Why would you fight me, bitch?
We get off on anything. Whoa! Whoa! Get her ass!
Why you trying to fight me?
Hey, don't jump her! Hey, don't push him though. Don't push him though. Don't push him because he can't hit you the back. Don't push him. Calm down. All right, but calm down.
So there's a lot that we have to break down here. So first off, we have this lady, let's call her that, walking in, hopping in, knock-kneed. I mean, you just see that it looks like she's about to trip. One knee's about to trip over the other. Knock-kneed, trying to jog in there with zero grace. Like when you imagine Little Red Riding Hood, because this lady's got red hair, you imagine some grace, some skipping, something that looks like, okay, this person is, floating through the air. This person is just banging around. And she comes up next to her, and we have to listen into what she says. But initially, she talks about are you ready for, it's either she said, are you ready to throw ass or are you ready for some kick ass? And that's where I was like, I don't really know. And then she gets asked, oh, where are you from? Where are you from? So she kind of, what seems to be the case, because this is in LA, that she was gangbanging on Ice Spice, but I don't think that was the case because this woman that attacked her, she was saying something. She said Chiraq. That's what I heard. I heard Chiraq. And Ice Spice is clearly not trying to engage. She thinks she's being heckled, some sort of a situation like that. Also, if you see the guy in the background, he walks up, the black dude, he walks up, and I don't know if he dapped the guy up. Yeah, he daps the guy up. The two guys that were already eating. Those guys were already eating, and they're watching the situation. So obviously that chick's skipping in. They're not really paying attention until that happens. And this is happening at what seems to be midnight, because you could see the time. 4:15, 00 is usually midnight. So it's weird. I think that guy was maybe concerned that they would jump in and help Ice Spice. And then you see those other two people come in from behind. So she starts hitting on Ice Spice, and then he drags the chick back. It's like a yo-yo. He pulls that yo-yo back. And I don't know what was going on there, why that happened, because he sent her in there, or it seems to be like he sent her in there. She runs out, and then what does the other chick do? This person, she got tested. She needs to go. The person in the red. She was just like, she tried to swat her away like she was a fly or something. Ice Spice, if your homegirl is next to you, she's got to be jumping. She's got to be jumping out of her way and beating the brakes off that chick. Meanwhile, she's holding Ice Spice back. What do you mean you're holding Ice Spice back? That other chick should be chasing them down. And then you can see the chick in the red. She just walks back off. She walks back to the table. And then this gets even worse outside. Ice Spice she's getting buck. The Bronx is coming out of her. The South Bronx is coming out of her, not North Bronx. And even on North Bronx get busy too. But we're not talking about Westchester. Y'all can stay over there. So Ice Spice is getting busy. And then this guy's ready to run the fade with Ice Spice. And it's crazy. The guy even pushes Ice Spice out the way. Now, the chick in the blue jersey, I thought she was a McDonald's employee. But she came from outside, too. So the really, really big chick with the dreads, I don't know if that's a chick or a guy, but I'm assuming it's a chick. So all of these people are around Ice Spice. And Ice Spice gets dropped to the ground, pushed. The girl in the red is still with her, and she's just trying to play. I don't even know what the hell she's trying to play. That chick, she's got to go. I don't ever want to see her with Ice Spice again. Who is that? But this is down terrible. I don't know if this is LA. Some people are trying to say that this is LA people. I'm not putting this on LA. I heard that girl say she's from Chiraq. Somebody that's from LA that's trying to gangbang on somebody, they're not saying that. They really love where they're from, or they love representing where they're from. But what I think of this whole situation is y'all owe an apology to French Montana. Remember when French Montana said being a rapper is the most dangerous job in America?
You recently said that artists or rappers have the hardest game out here. What did you mean by that?
I feel like we targets, there's a situation every day with a new artist. That's kind of why I went independent. Just because, we're so much of targets and we sacrificing our lives out here that we got to capitalize and make the most money off ourselves, So with this project, I just wanted to go independent, own 100% of my music, and be able, to capitalize off the struggle.
So that clip was French Montana just following up on it and explaining why he felt that way, and he went independent. So this was a little bit kind of more alluding to the deals that rappers are in and potentially stoking the flames on conspiracy theories where people say, oh, rappers, they're getting hunted by the record label for business reasons and they're getting killed for all this other stuff, which doesn't really add up. If you look into it on a deeper level, they would make more money if the artist stayed alive and continued producing music, at least in the past. Now, probably, because the streams will be jumping. Well, when have we ever seen in our lives in rap history, because it's usually, it's the gangster rappers that get attacked. Regular rappers, they don't get attacked. Like people aren't attacking Logic, or who's another rapper that I can think of. People aren't, Gunna, he moves with some security. But insert certain rapper that doesn't invite that energy, that isn't a gangbanging rapper, that isn't a violent rapper, something like that isn't a trap rapper. But here, we have a female rapper. A female rapper is getting attacked. And what has Ice Spice done to anybody? She's not beefing with anybody. Ice Spice isn't a gang member. Ice Spice's music isn't about harming people. She was just on the SpongeBob soundtrack. This is insanity. We're in a world now, and this isn't like live streamers, because live streamers will get attacked because they're live. Ice Spice is at a McDonald's at midnight having some grub, having some food with her homegirl when someone just runs down on her. Being a rapper might be the hardest job, or the most dangerous job, when we look at it like this. A female rapper getting attacked. And with Ice Spice, everyone's going to say, oh man, she shouldn't be out there without security, this and that. Where's Ice Spice's team? Dog, do you know how miserable life is like this? What she was probably thinking, she was at the crib. It was 11:30. She was with her homegirl. She was like, let me throw on this hoodie so people don't know who I am. You want to get some McDonald's? Okay, screw it. What do you expect her to do at that point? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me phone my security, see if he's available. He can drive to me. It's going to take him 45 minutes to drive to me. And then he's going to drive both of us to McDonald's. And then we can sit down and we can have our McDonald's meal. I had to do another, retake to see, were they having that K-pop Demon Hunters meal? Or what's up with that? I was trying to figure out what they were eating. That poor Coke, I hope it was a Diet Coke, that fell on the ground. But, hopefully they offer them a refill for that one. And other people are saying, man, she should just be DoorDashing. She should just be going through the drive-thru. And if she was at a restaurant like a McDonald's in the hood, then yeah, we need to find out where this McDonald's is. But I just think it's so insensitive, and it is privileged. Because this is the thing. People will say, man, she rich, so, or like, we're not rich and she is, so we can't be privileged. No, we have the privilege to walk into a McDonald's and nobody's going to recognize us or want to come after us, whether it's to be fanned out and take a photo, or whether it's in this case to attack. You don't even know which one it is. So that's a privilege that we have as non-famous people. She does not have that privilege. So it's insensitive to be like, man, yeah, she should just be door dashing. So she should be, if she's not with her security detail, she should be a prisoner within her own home. She just wants to get McDonald's. She's like, man, I remember the days after high school in the Bronx, and we would just go to McDonald's with the crew, sit down, eat, and then just go back home, have a chat, live life like a normal human being. She can't even do that now. That is depressing. So I hope Ice Spice gets well soon. She handled herself. I'm going to keep it a buck. We saw Ice Spice get more busy than we ever saw Rich the Kid. Rich the Kid, Uzi pulled up on him and just said, like, yo, what's up with that? He did a temperature check like DDG said he's going to do on Bruce, drop him off. And Rich the Kid did that dash. He dashed behind a Starbucks counter, put on an apron, and became a barista and was like, oh, what's your name? Samir? Okay, Samir, we have your order here. Wrote it down and put the caramel venti frappuccino right there on the table. Made sure that he wasn't attacked. Ice Spice, this is a random chick. She didn't know who was with her, and she was ready to get busy. So Ice Spice is in the running for one of the realest rappers right now. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Hopefully Ice Spice drops a track about this. Like, come on, Ice Spice, you got to get the motion going again. Like, yeah, you know, you're kind of a influencer figure right now, like an influencer rapper type. Not to degrade you or anything, but this is a good moment to just, you know, brush that off. Maybe it's her hanging out with Lil TJ, because I think her and Lil TJ used to date. Lil TJ put this energy into her. Or maybe she liked Lil TJ because he had the same type of energy. That's what they need to do. Ice Spice, you need to get back with Lil TJ. You guys will be the super gangsta couple of the era. Some record label executive, make this happen. Please. The Bonnie and Clyde memes that are going to come out of this and the storyline is what we want to see. We want to see Lil TJ, Ice Spice get back. They're both in some sort of beef right now. They just both had altercations. Nobody's saying anything bad about Ice Spice. She started throwing hands with this chick, this big chick. That one chick is already bigger than her. And there were like 5 other people, and she was ready to get busy and fight the dude too. So shout out to Ice Spice. Hands up to her. New York is catching a W for this one. So shout out to all y'all in New York. And yeah, we're going to stay posted on this. So this demon decided to hit up TMZ and tell her side of the story.
I was with my friends and everything, and we came from the beach earlier that night, and we decided to go walk around Hollywood or whatever. But before we did that, we decided to stop by McDonald's because we all had to use the bathroom. So then one of my friends, she comes out and she was like, oh, I think that's Ice Spice over there. And I'm like, oh, for real? So I go up to them and I'm giving her and the other girl she was with compliment. And then immediately Ice Spice was just being rude. She was like, why are you over here? You could leave. Bye. And I'm like, why are you being rude pretty much? And she was basically saying like, you could just leave. Bye. Like, I don't even know why you're at my table. Then that's when I proceeded to ask her, like, you don't got to be rude. I'm just giving you guys a compliment. And I'm like, you know what? Where are you from? She said, I'm from New York. So I said, let me tell you something. I don't care where you from. I'm like, you in LA, you in my city now. You can't be out here disrespecting people. Like, if you wanted us to leave, you could have just politely said, oh, I'm not in the mood or something, right? Instead of just yelling at me. So she kept going on. Then she calls me a bitch. So after she calls me a bitch, I hit her. So I hit her. And then so I got escorted out to McDonald's. And then so after they escorted me, I'm like by my car and I hear Ice Spice in the middle of the street talking about where is that bitch at? I want to fight her with you woo woo. So I come back down the street and then that's when me and her fought again. And then she just kept talking a whole lot of mess. That's just like the brief of the story, honestly. And then as I'm outside the McDonald's as well, she picks up one of my homie's phone. She picks it up and she throws his phone and broke his screen. So it was just like basically she was being disrespectful and rude, which is why we fought. You know, as a fan, I'm not expecting you to be rude or nothing like that. I'm thinking you're gonna, you're just gonna, oh, like, thank you for supporting me, this and that. But she had a different attitude towards me. With Ice Spice, I have no like longer beef with her. Like, I never had beef with her, nothing. But she lost the fan. I can't listen to her the same anymore. Like, it's just now I know that you're like disrespectful and all of that. I just can't support.
This is insane. Man, we heard what this chick was talking about. So in there, she says, oh, you in LA, you in my city. But she said she's from Chiraq. She said she's from Chicago. So why? She acts like there isn't audio in this footage that we saw. And she did not come up there on no happy stuff. Like, you're not approaching it like that. And you're not walking up to someone and like pushing up on the other girl. Like, she basically like not elbowed her. You know how like some zesty dude would like close those memes where they're like, oh, this is the type of person that would close the refrigerator with their hips. She pushes her hips into the first girl. If you don't know somebody, you're not doing that. Like, you would just say, hey, are you Ice Spice? That's how it would start off. Or like, hey, are you Ice? That's not how it started. She's talking about you ready. The truth is, these people were drunk. Like, you see the guy that comes in from behind, because she was like, oh, we were at the beach or whatever. The guy that comes in, he's got a gigantic bottle in his hand. They've clearly been sipping. It's 12 a.m. And then if her being rude is telling you to leave and your first reaction is to hit her, try to grab her, no, you deserve everything you got. So she even says that Ice Spice broke the other dude's phone, smashed it on the ground. So Ice Spice's gangster ranking is going up. She's climbing on the leaderboards even more. And this disgusting human being, soul, like her disgusting soul, deserves nothing but misfortune. She was drunk, unruly, not just rude, just invading personal space, and then she tries to play it off like, oh, she's a fan. Oh, I'm a fan, and this is how she treats her fans. Number one, you're not a fan. You're a hater. You just knowing who somebody is doesn't make you a fan. The hell? So I hope nothing but ill will and misfortune towards this attacker of Ice Spice. I hope she gets hit with an assault charge. Ice Spice, you better rat on her. Like, yeah, you're a super gangster, you fought her and all that, but she attacked you first. Press some charges on her. I promise you none of us are going to call you a snitch. Megan Thee Stallion was up on the stand pointing at Tory Lanez. And that was a completely different situation. You just got randomly attacked by this lady. Yeah, man, this is crazy. We're going to keep up on the updates here. So Bradford Cohen is Kodak Black's lawyer. He is he Ben 10's? No, not Ben 10. Is he All-Star JR's lawyer right now? I don't know. No, because that guy already beat that situation. But he picked up somebody's case more recently. But he says, the unprovoked attack on my client has been reported to the LAPD, and we will be pursuing any and all avenues to hold the perpetrators responsible for their actions, including criminally and civilly. Oh, is she about to sue McDonald's? That would be wild. We are also exploring holding the location responsible for their lack of appropriate security. No, Ice Spice is about to get a bag off of this, and it will be nothing but misery for that broke, drunk demon that decided to come after her. So yeah, man, I'm rooting for Ice Spice. That chick beat her up. That chick got beat up by her, and her relationship is gonna fall apart. Because the dude that dragged her back is like, you see what you got us into? I'm not handling this. So she's going to get dropped by her boyfriend, God willing. Let's hope. Let's pray. And she's going to get sued for all she's worth. And hopefully also we get a mugshot. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see you on the next one.